Okay, here's table 6.5. We're actually going to be using the pressure range down at the bottom here, but let's look at a few things. This is the column we're actually going to size our branch lines on. Okay, and this is your developed length table, or developed length row right here. It goes 40, 60, 80, 100. We were 50, it's in between. When you're using this table, if you're in between these distances, you go to the next highest one. Also, if you're in between water fixture units here, you go to the next highest one. But since we're at our developed length, we determined was 50, and the next highest column is 60. This is the column that we're going to use right here. We follow all the way down now till we get to table, or get to the third table down here. And this is the table that we're going to use, and notice that this is our 60 column here. Notice that we have 7. Well, we're looking for 4 fixture units. 7 is greater than 4, so that's our size that we use. This is where we size our pipe back here. That's 1/2 inch. Now notice it's got 3 stars here. If you read the 3 stars, it says building supply, 3/4 inch nominal size minimum. Well, we're not doing a building supply, so we're okay there. Okay, now let's go size segment number 2. Alright, now we're going to be sizing segment number 2, and segment number 2 is going to include now our 4 at this point, plus the lab, the shower, the water closet, and the clothes washer. And if you'll add those up, they come up to, I'll show you where I added mine up right here. They just did it just like you all do it on your pages here. 2, 4, 1, 2.5, that's 9.5, plus the 4 from this segment here, comes up to 13.5. 13.5 water fixture units at this particular point right here. 13.5 water fixture units. Alright, now let's stop and go back to our table 6.5, and let's see what size water pipe would be the minimum acceptable at that point. Okay, we're looking for 13.5. It happens to be in between 7 and 20. So if I move from 20 over to the over here to my branch column, I find that my size there, adequate size, is 3/4 inch. Alright, now I'm going to size segment 3. Segment 3 is going to include the water fixture units at segment 2, plus the 1 hose bib, which is 1 additional water fixture unit. That's the second one. And so I have a total of 14.5 water fixture units at segment 3. And if you can recall from our table, it was good up to 20 water fixture units. So 3/4 is going to be my size that's going to be acceptable out to my meter, from that hose bib out to the meter. So that's the process of sizing water pipe. Alright, now water sizing for a commercial application would look similar to this. You would have to, and notice this is new here now, this is new. What they've done is broken down from water closet flushometer valves to urinal flushometer valves. Now, and here is the little schedule. If I have one water closet flushometer, that's worth 40, starting at the most remote, for a total of 40. If I have the second one, then we assign it 30, which a total of 70, and then the third one is 20, a total of 90, the fourth one is 15, a total of 105, and then if I have 5 or more, it's 10. It's 10 each, or 115 plus 10 for each additional fixture in excess of 5. Then for the urinals, it's a little bit different. Urinals, if I have one flush valve, the first one is worth 20 for a total of 20. The second is worth 15 for a total of 35, etc. And then it's 5 each over 5 for 5 or more urinal flush valves. Let's take a little diagram look at it and see how that would accumulate. See how the totals would total up. Okay, now if we had a system here, commercial system, this is just for illustrative purposes here, we'd have a meter we'd run over, and we'd have a water closet flush valve, a water closet flush valve. This would maybe a men's and women's on opposite side of the same wall. Flush valve, flush valve, flush valve, flush valve, flush valve, flush valve. These would all be water closets. This would be the men's side, and this would be a urinal and a urinal. Alright, so the first and second most remote for these two, it would be that would be whichever the first one is and the second one would be, that would be 70 water fixture units. And then moving towards the meter, we have two more. This next two would be worth 115. Okay, excuse me, that would be 105 for the 105. Okay, and I'm just going to add them as I go along. And then they are 10 each. So this would be 10, 20. This would be 125. And then I have 10 more. That would be 135 water fixture units at this point. Now my urinals, now watch, the first one is worth 20. So so my total water fixture units here now would be 155. And then I would need 15 more if I go into my urinal flushometer. This would be 15, so I would have 6170 total. So this system then would have 170 WFU total. Now if I were going to size this, again, just for example, let's just try it. Let's say our developed length is 100 feet and our PSI is equal to 50 PSI. Why don't you look up and tell me what the size of this line is right here. See if you can size that line. Okay, I looked up and I found 2 inch. Is that what you found? Alright, now chapter 7 has to do with sanitary drainage, and we'll cover an awful lot of information in this chapter also. Let's get right to it. Let's go to 701.1.1. No galvanized wrought iron or galvanized steel pipe shall be used underground and shall be kept at least 6 inches above the ground. This holds true for any pipe that you would run over